The following message is transmitted at the request of the Chicago Police Department. There have been reports of a man roaming around the city of Chicago, posting disturbing messages about the world coming to an end. Residents in the city of Chicago are advised to remain vigilant at this time. These messages are fake, as there are no signs of our world coming to an end anytime soon. Tune in to local TV and radio stations for more updates on this situation.
Good morning and thank you for tuning into NBC5 News. We currently have a developing situation going on right now, as several reports have come in about a man that has been posting disturbing messages across the city of Chicago. These messages are connected to the world coming to an end. There are no signs of the world coming to an end at this time, but we will continue to monitor this situation. In addition, it has also been reported that some of these messages are written in someone's blood, which is truly an eerie sight. The identity of this man has yet to be identified at this time. NBC5 will continue to furnish news for the city of Chicago. We'll be back shortly.
Civil danger warning for the city of Chicago. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Chicago Police Department. Residents in the city of Chicago, lock all your doors and windows immediately. An extremely dangerous individual has been seen killing people all over the city of Chicago. This man is yet to be identified, but he was last seen wearing a black hoodie, black pants, black shoes, and a black ski mask. If this individual breaks inside your home, use all means necessary to protect yourself, which means using firearms and knives to protect your life is allowed, given the situation. Please stay safe, and tune into local TV and radio stations for more updates on this dangerous situation. An administrative message from the Chicago Police Department. The man that has been killing people across the city of Chicago has been caught and taken into custody. The identity of this man has been revealed to be 31-year-old Isaiah Harrison. Harrison has been charged with aggravated assault and battery, and is expected to appear in court in the next few weeks. It is now safe to go outdoors at this time. Thank you for your cooperation.
You are listening to NOAA Weather All Hazards on station KWO 39 inches Chicago, Illinois, running on a frequency of 162.55 MHz. This station will continue to monitor the forecast and give you early updates on the conditions in your local area. Here is the National Weather Service forecast for June 8, 2026 for Chicago, Illinois. Today, southwest winds up to 10 miles per hour. There is a 54% chance of the National Weather Service in Chicago has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Cook County in northeastern Illinois, northeastern DuPage County in northeastern Illinois, and Kane County in northeastern Illinois, until 8:45 a.m. At 8:13 a.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm near Park Ridge, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, quarter-size hail, and powerful wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damage to mobile homes is expected. Expect damage to trees and power poles. A tornado watch is in effect for northeastern Illinois and northwestern Indiana until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Storm near Park Ridge, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, quarter-size hail, and powerful. The National Weather Service in Chicago has issued a tornado warning for northeastern DuPage County in northeastern Illinois, northeastern Cook County in northeastern Illinois, Kane County in northeastern Illinois, until 9 a.m. At 8:23 a.m., a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Park Ridge, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, dangerous tornado on the ground. Source, radar indicated. Impact, flying debris may be deadly to those caught outdoors. Seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and shield yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued for northeastern DuPage County in northeastern Illinois, northeastern Cook County in northeastern Illinois, and Kane County in northeastern Illinois until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You are listening to NOAA Weather All Hazard Station KIG 65 inches Green Bay, Wisconsin, running on a frequency of 162.550 MHz. This station will provide information about the forecast and give frequent updates about conditions in your local area. Here is the forecast for the afternoon of June 8, 2026. Wind gusts are up to 5 miles per hour. Chance for showers is low, and there are clear skies in the city of Green Bay. It is currently 89 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is expected to drop down. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. A magnitude 8.3 earthquake struck off the coast of Green Bay Beach, generating a massive tsunami that is heading directly towards Green Bay. All residents on the shores of beaches and low-lying areas are advised to evacuate immediately. If you refuse to do so, you will face certain death, as you will be caught in the tsunami and killed upon impact. Follow designated evacuation routes that will lead you to higher ground. Evacuate in a quick and orderly fashion.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. A massive earthquake is expected to strike in the city of Davenport. Researchers at the USGS have already made a bold statement, saying that this earthquake has the potential to be bigger than the magnitude 6 earthquake that struck Davenport in 1934. Until the earthquake strikes, drop, cover, and hold on to a sturdy source. Do not go outside until the shaking from the earthquake stops. Small fires are usually common in the aftermath of an earthquake. If you see a small fire, extinguish it immediately. Be on the lookout for any gas leaks. If you hear any hissing sounds, you must evacuate the area immediately. Tune in to local TV and radio stations for more updates on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. A massive earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 7.4 has struck the city of Davenport. This earthquake is larger than the one that struck Davenport in 1934. This earthquake has caused massive damage to the city of Davenport, and has also caused countless injuries and fatalities. Be on the lookout for tsunamis, as they are usually common after earthquakes over magnitudes of 7. Be prepared to evacuate if a tsunami threat is occurring in the area. Grab 2 weeks of food, water, medication, and a battery-powered radio while remaining in your shelter. Tune in to local TV and radio stations for more updates on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. An earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 6.9 has struck near the CU Boulder East District Energy Plant. This may have released radioactive materials into the environment, but that cannot be confirmed at this time. Stay vigilant, and be prepared to take action if this situation escalates further. Tune into local TV and radio stations for more updates on this situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. The earthquake that struck near the CU Boulder East District Energy Plant has confirmed to release radioactive materials into the atmosphere, as the energy plant was destroyed by the impact of the earthquake. Residents in the city of Boulder are advised to take the following precautions at this time. Close all doors and windows, and seal all entries with tape or damp towels. Seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of your residence. If you are outdoors, seek shelter immediately. Turn off all ventilation systems to prevent these radioactive materials from entering your home. If these radioactive materials enter your home, use a mask or any kind of face covering to prevent inhalation of these radioactive materials. Tune in to local TV and radio stations for more updates on this dangerous situation.
Wednesday morning, northwest wind gusts up to 10 miles per hour. 41% chance of rain by 10:30 a.m. Cloudy skies. Moderate visibility. Wednesday night, southwest wind gusts up to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies, and scattered showers are Our service has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Creek County in northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Otsego County in east central Oklahoma, until 7 a.m. At 6:17 a.m., an extremely large, deadly, and destructive tornado was spotted over the severe squall line capable of producing tornadoes was located 3 miles northwest of Pettin, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado and baseball-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, flying debris may be deadly to those caught outdoors. Seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of ACE 30 building. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or a vehicle, move to the closest sustainable shelter, and protect yourself from flying debris. You are in a life-threatening situation and need to take cover now. The expected outcomes are damage to mobile homes, vehicles, and tall buildings. To repeat, a large, deadly, and destructive tornado was spotted over the severe squall line. Take cover now. This is an extremely life-threatening situation. Tune into local TV and radio stations for more updates on this dangerous situation.
Guys. You need to see this. It's extremely important.
What is
What
it?
happened, Steven?
I know this might sound like I'm crazy, but trust me, I'm not. I have just detected some sort of extraterrestrial object that is approximately 23 million miles away from Earth. This object is apparently called the Planet Killer.
That's strange. Do you think the public should know about this?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it will pose a threat to our planet, but I will continue to monitor this situation, and if I gain any crucial information, I'll inform you guys immediately.
That's fine with me.
All right, Steven.
Allison, Joey, get over here now. I just found something crucial.
What happened,
Is
Steven?
everything all right?
I just discovered that the Planet Killer object is flashing some sort of bright red light over our planet, and it is pointing directly at the United States.
Whoa, that's certainly strange.
Should we inform the public about this?
Absolutely. There is definitely going to be lots of concern about this red light flashing over our country.
This is a National Information Center statement. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the United States government, and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. At approximately 12:18 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, astronomers at NASA have discovered an extraterrestrial object that is now known as the Planet Killer, approximately 23 million miles away from Earth. It was recently discovered that this object is projecting some sort of red light directly at the continental United States. This red light currently has no effects to those that are exposed to this light. It is unknown what the intentions of this Planet Killer object are at this time, but we will continue to monitor this situation and provide new information when available. Tune in to local TV and radio stations for more updates on this situation.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on NBC5 News. We currently have some breaking news that may be difficult for our viewers to comprehend. NASA has recently detected an extraterrestrial object, known as the Planet Killer, and it is shining a red light at the continental United States. At first, there were no effects to those that were exposed to the red light, but now, people could be seen being burned alive if they stand underneath the red light. Oh my God. I have just gotten word that a national emergency is being declared for the United States, so our broadcast may be interrupted any minute now to air the national emergency. Please stand by.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All the EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his designated representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WMAQ. We will continue to serve the Chicago area. If you are not in this area, you should tune into a station providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Chicago area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone liner should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt our regular programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WMAQ. We will continue furnishing news, official information, and instructions to the Chicago area. If you are not in the Chicago area, you should tune into stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from the station in your local area. Stand by. The President of the United States or one of his designated representatives will be speaking shortly.
Good afternoon, citizens of the United States. I am a representative of the President, as he is currently being moved to an undisclosed location, as the situation is deemed unsafe for him to deliver this message to the American people. Therefore, I will be delivering this message on behalf of the President. The following message has been given authorization for release at the request of the President, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the United States Government, and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This alert is effective as of 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. Please do not turn off your device at this time. This alert pertains to an ongoing national crisis. At approximately 12:18 p.m. Central Standard Time, astronomers at NASA have discovered an extraterrestrial object, now known as the Planet Killer, approximately 23 million miles away from Earth. It was then shown projecting some sort of strange red light directly towards the United States. At first, there were no effects to those that were exposed to this red light, but just a few minutes ago, people in the United States have reported seeing people being burned alive by this red light. These states include Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Kentucky, Iowa, and South Dakota. Residents in the previously mentioned states are advised to take the following precautions. Stay indoors in an air-conditioned space as much as possible, drink plenty of fluids. Wear loose, light-colored clothing, and refrain from heading outside. If you are in a mobile home or vehicle, seek shelter in a building with air conditioning if possible. It is expected that this red light from the planet killer object will spread across the entire world within the next 6 hours. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation that must be taken seriously. Take the previous precautions to preserve your life and the others that may surround you. This has been a message from a representative of the President. Thank you for listening to this message, and as always, God bless the United States of America.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. The Yellowstone volcano in Wyoming has violently erupted. Scientists at the USGS have already speculated that this was caused by the red light that is being projected by the planet killer object. The Yellowstone volcano is a supervolcano, meaning that it is stronger than a normal volcano. The following long-term events are expected to take place now that the Yellowstone volcano has erupted. Ash would fall on the surrounding states of Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. The ash could be more than 3 feet deep in some places. Pyroclastic flows. These flows of lava blocks, ash, pumice, and volcanic gas would affect the closest states. Air travel. The ash and gases would stop most air travel. Earthquakes. Months of earthquakes would culminate in a huge quake that creates fissures to the magma chamber. The volcanic gases would mix with water vapor in the atmosphere, cooling temperatures and dimming sunlight. The cooler temperatures would decimate crops and throw the food chain out of whack. The volcanic gases will also alter the global climate for the next several years, or even decades. We cannot stress this enough, but this is an extremely dangerous situation. Please take the following precautions. If you are near the eruption site, evacuate as far away from the eruption site immediately. See shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Close and lock all doors and windows, and seal all entries with tape or damp towels. If the volcanic ash gets inside your home, use a mask or any kind of face covering to prevent inhalation of the volcanic ash. Inhaling said ash will most likely result in certain death, unless treated properly. Please stay safe. Tune in to local TV and radio stations for more updates on this dangerous situation.
How are we
I
going
don't
to
want to
stop
be
this
burned
event from
alive.
taking place?
Guys, calm down.
How are we supposed to calm down in a situation like this?
Just hear me out. I have a plan that could potentially stop this situation from escalating further. I'm going to try and launch a nuclear warhead at the planet killer object, in hopes of destroying it. Hopefully this plan works.
That plan could actually work.
Hopefully this plan works out. I really hope this situation doesn't get any worse than it already is. I mean, we've already had a giant tornado hit Chicago, a tsunami in Green Bay, an earthquake of 7.4 in Davenport, a nuclear power plant breach in Boulder, and now, the Yellowstone volcano just erupted. And to think that an extraterrestrial object, known as the planet killer, did this, now that I think of it, that object may actually live up to its name. But let's hope that doesn't actually happen. What the fuck? What is going on now? I really hope I didn't just jinx myself. Holy shit.
This is an emergency action notification, requested by the White House. All the EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national-level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his designated representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system.
Are you
Please
fucking
stand
serious?
by. Please
Another
stand by.
national emergency
Please
is
stand
being
by.
declared? What else is there to take place that could make our lives more miserable than they already are?
We interrupt our regular programming. This is a global emergency.
A global
Important
emergency?
details will follow.
You've got to be kidding me. We are all going to fucking die. This is the end of the world.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WMAQ. We will continue to serve the Chicago area. If you are not in this area, you should tune into a station providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Chicago area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone liner should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt our regular programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WMAQ. We will continue furnishing news, official information, and instructions to the Chicago area. If you are not in the Chicago area, you should tune into stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from the station in your local area. Stand by. The President of the United States or one of his designated representatives will be speaking shortly.
The following message has been given authorization for release at the request of the President, the United States Government, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the United Nations, and several space agencies across the planet. This alert is effective starting immediately. This is not a test. I repeat. This is not a test. Please do not turn off your device at this time. This alert pertains to an ongoing global crisis, which involves an extremely unsettling discovery made by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. At approximately 7:47 p.m. Central Standard Time, the red light being projected by the planet killer object has confirmed to spread across the entire world. This red light is causing people that stand underneath the light to be burned alive, which eventually leads to their death. The heat from this light far exceeds the human heat tolerance. There have been reports of houses, vehicles, and even tall buildings melting due to this red light from the planet killer. NASA has attempted to launch a nuclear warhead at this planet killer object, in hopes of destroying it, but the heat from the red light caused it to explode before reaching the planet killer. It has been realized that there are no other possible plans to prevent this situation from escalating further. The world as we know it is about to come to an end. At this time, all residents of the United States are advised to take the following instructions. Gather with all of your loved ones, whether it's with family, friends, pets, or any other loved possessions, and brace for the end. If you are part of a religion, pray to your higher being or beings and repent. Do not tell younger children about this event, and ensure their well-being during these dark times. You are highly discouraged to commit suicide, as doing so will put others in severe distress, and could cause them to commit suicide too. There is absolutely no way humanity can survive an event of this magnitude. There is nowhere to seek shelter or evacuate to. There is no reason to stay calm. If you cannot remain calm, you may go into complete panic mode. I have selected a verse from religious scriptures, to be played over the emergency alert system. Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life. In Christ Jesus, our Lord. We will now conclude the final activation of the emergency alert system. We will play our national anthem for one final time, not just as a solemn farewell, but as a tribute to the great nation, that is the United States of America. Please stand by, as we conclude the final activation of the emergency alert system. It has been an honor serving this country as your president, and I hope we all can reunite with each other in the afterlife. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.